That sound was incredible.
Are you ready for this? Are you ready for this?
Today's episode is brought to you by Schick, who is the presenting sponsor for the KFC Radio Blade Bet. We are coming down to the wire here. We are in the last 10 days or so of the month. We know at March 31st, on April 1st, we will know which of us has acquired the most subscribers for the KFC Radio YouTube channel. And whoever has...
We also one-upped it because of... We've added a full body shave.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
We've added, it's not just
the beard.
face.
It's going to be a full body shave for the loser who will be using only Schick products, because if you're shaving your face, you're shaving any other part of your body, the Schick products are the only way to go, whether you're doing the hydro-sensitive, which this one looks like an Apple product.
Yeah.
This looks like you're buying a new piece of electronics. Or the Extreme 3 sensitive with the flexible razors. Either way, you can't go wrong. Where's the do we have the buzzer too? The clipper is dope. Where's that thing?
It is that blue one. It's on the back.
Yeah, grab me that thing. Is that the one? Yeah. This thing has the clipper on top. So when we shave you, because you're gonna lose, we're gonna trim it with the clipper. And then you just flip it over and shave with the blade. So this is a 2-in-1, all you need. Whether you're doing your face or you're doing some manscaping, all you got to do is the 4-in-1 groomer.
That's very nice.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Because you can trim, then you can shave, then you turn it around and you can edge here and there. So they've got every blade that you need from top to bottom. And so Schick is proudly presenting KFC Radio throughout the Blade Bet, and you should proudly use it in your home. I mean, Schick is just one of those OG.
Yeah,
my dad's been using Schick for 50 years. You should too. They've just perfected the art of shaving. Look at all these things they got. They're all different products. We got the bamboo. We got the hydro sensitive, the hydro dry skin. We got the hydro stubble eraser. We got the 4-in-1 groomer. I mean, the bamboo is classy.
Yeah, the bamboo is.
A bamboo handle is whoa, buddy. So, you want to class it up and make sure you have the best shaving products, go to Schick.com, and you can get 20% off when you use promo code Barstool, excluding any of your subscriptions. That's 20% off any men's individual items at Schick.com with promo code Barstool. Let's get to it. It's another edition of KFC Radio on the Barstool Sports Network. Jackie's going to try to produce this show while crying. Don't cry.
No, I'm not.
It's okay.
I'm not.
This one's okay. This one is okay.
He's such a loser, dude.
What a fucking loser.
Point that out.
What a loser. Because you were on the verge of crying. If you weren't, I wasn't going to make you cry, but the tears were coming out of your eyes.
I'm good.
It's okay. It's okay.
Absolutely okay. This one is totally okay.
No, this one's not.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
It's not that easy to delete all the ATI episodes ever that we have backed up off this server. They wouldn't have it that.
This thing looks so good.
All he did was delete one. Dude, you weren't in here. We were all just talking. She's at the computer and she went, she yelled. She was saying no. She went, no, and I was like, what was that?
I thought somebody died.
I thought.
I was like, oh no.
No.
In my head, I'm like, all right, Jackie's gonna be out for a few weeks.
Yeah. She
gonna be
goes,
tough.
yeah, and then it comes her mouth, and I was like, what's wrong? And she was like, nothing. Oh yeah, I'm sure nothing is wrong right now. Oh my God.
He's making me feel better.
Yeah, listen, there's a chance that we, have deleted every answer the internet the world has ever seen, but that stuff doesn't bother me as much as the mics is more bothering. If I don't know, there's a weird computer thing.
Yeah.
I know she didn't take it and fucking drag it in the trash on purpose. A weird computer thing happens. I feel like I've had enough. I guess I can't pinpoint any time I've done something like this, but
I've told enough lies that I did it. Like it's the teachers. Like,
Yeah.
Nobody's accidentally deleted it.
But I feel like the world needs a little bit of slack. It's a fine line because it is such an easy thing to lie about that you can't let everybody get away with it. But there are times where it's just like, I don't know, man, the machine did something weird and I can't fucking stop that. So when you know, like, here's the thing. If I wasn't here, if she just like came back to us and said like they're all, I don't know, they're just all happen to disappear, I'd be like, what the fuck really happened? But when I saw her go, like, I know something weird happened because a normal human doesn't make that noise like right away. So we'll see what happens. And plus we have Bert Kreischer on a card. So at the very least, we have Bert Kreischer saved, which is obviously one of the most important. So
Also, Bert Kreischer on this episode today.
Bert Kreischer is back, and I know I just fillet him every time we talk about him, but he's just the best in the goddamn game. He comes in, and it's just like he's doing his own podcast. Yeah. He does other people's podcasts with the same like effort that he does his own, and that's fucking admirable.
Yeah.
That's a big difference maker in this industry, and he just takes over. I mean, how many words did we say?
I was,
like 10?
Dude, I was going to address the fact that I am very tired. And
Heidelberg is more tired than I think I've ever seen anybody in the world.
Dude, my eyes are trying to close.
I tried to send you home. I mean, you were like so tired. I was like, just go. It's okay.
They're like it's like you have to close your eyes. You don't have to keep your eyes open.
Right. It's the opposite.
I'm
you're
working to keep my eyes open.
You're reverse blinking.
Yeah.
Imagine that. Just everybody sit at home right now as you're listening or watching and open your eyes instead of blink them closed.
But I say all that to say that thank God we had Bert today, because like, it was an interview where I had to do something.
He just was just telling stories about his wife and his life. I mean, I thank God every day that we are even in the same industry as some of these people. I kind of alluded to it last week on the Kevin Clancy show. I was saying how some of the people, like, when you look at the charts and you see some of the people we're around, they are like the most supremely talented comics in like ever, And we're just are in the same conversation without any of the
That's
talent.
because we're fucking talented.
You couldn't even say it with conviction.
No, I can't even lie about that one.
And I'm like, I'm happy that we're even in the conversation, because then when I listen to someone like Bert, he was like, oh, that was at my time at the Travel Channel when I was fighting sharks. And this was the time that I fell off a mountain and broke my back. And this is the time I'm filming my movie. Like, they're doing crazy shit to talk about. You and I were just like, what happened yesterday? I don't know, something in my apartment broke. Or, you know what I mean? Like, we just live such a normal fucking life. I don't even know how we continue to fill the hours. Thank God you were molested a bunch of times and shit. Who knows? Without your history of abuse and Jackie, we wouldn't have shit to talk about. Let's start making her cry again. She's on the verge. Let's see how many times we can get her to cry separately.
Why are you like?
Because she's just an emotional ball right now.
But like I just don't understand why you're like, you're not in trouble, so why are you crying?
No, I just like it just I don't know. I just had like I don't know. It just freaks me out.
I don't get it.
I'm
I
thinking
guess
normally. Here's what I think. Also, normally I am on like anxiety medication, and I've been off it, and I just had a little panic attack.
So you're off your meds.
So I'm off my meds.
Okay, that makes a little sense.
That clears things up. Okay.
Yeah. You guys feel like dicks.
That makes more sense.
So yeah, when you're not on your meds, when you're
like, I was gonna have you explain the emotional aspect of women.
It's already done. Yeah,
but you like medicine.
Yeah, no, it's pills that are not in my body.
I can do it in one word: medicine. I thought it was gonna be like I'm on my period or something. Like, nope, just fucking.
I'm also on my period.
Well, congratulations for not being pregnant. That's good.
Yeah, that's always a plus.
Thank
That's
you.
always a plus. Man, that is if you're watching at home, she's just right on the verge of crying at any given moment. But it also shows, like dedication to the show.
Yeah.
I care. I
You do,
guys
you
think
do.
that I like
Jack,
don't.
well,
and
I even
do.
said to her, I said like I was like, it's okay, because I saw her like freaking out, and I was like, Jackie, it's okay, like whatever happens, like worst case scenario, it's okay. And she was like, no, it's not. I was like, oh, okay. I think it is, but whatever. Maybe I shouldn't be your.
Jackie has a dedication to paying rent. Is what. You don't give a fuck about this show.
No, it isn't, because I'll be out on the fucking streets. Yeah. We'll figure it out, and if not, we'll come up with some horrendously embarrassing punishment that you won't actually have to do. Because that's how the first one went.
Yeah.
The first
We'll
one,
make a rule that we won't enforce.
you get the picture. I'll wear the shirt. But you haven't gotten the picture.
Well, you haven't sat like Stephen Hawking.
Well, that's not my fault.
Well, okay, Pat,
I'm-
during this episode, make sure you sneak a picture of her while she's like half crying.
No,
looking ugly.
I'm crying.
Yeah, while she's crying.
From the car trip that are pretty. Oh, I got a good one.
Oh, when you were sleeping on
you
Zap?
like that sleep one.
Yeah, you didn't like that one at
Yeah.
all. Yeah.
Which one?
Yeah. That was the one when you looked at it, you were like, why did you do this?
I mean,
You should go delete those pictures.
none of you guys could be any. No, not that one.
Let me see that one. Let me see that one.
No.
We won't do
No.
we won't do the shirt, but I have to be able to see it.
Just.
I'm surprised you didn't sneaky delete it. What is this?
You
You look like a Muppet.
You look like a meme. I can't place it, but like
it looks like almost like the Kermit meme or something.
I mean,
like
it
that.
looks like I'm.
Oh, I
on
know
the
what it is.
Well, we do an awkward guy high five in the. Oh, that was because she left you hanging.
Yeah,
That's in that
yeah.
Oh, I did.
Yeah. Fights was like, good job, and you just went 180, and I was like, I'm not gonna leave you hanging, bro. This, maybe. Yo, that is fucking hilarious.
Well, now this picture has to.
Are you gonna die? You okay? Are you choking on a popcorn?
On a chip.
Do you need help?
Oh, no, okay.
Dude, none of us are doing well
That sound was incredible. You want me to Heimlich you?
That was just this little piece of a chip. Ah,
In the throat?
I felt it when I laughed. And I felt like a little piece going when I inhaled.
Everybody's crying on this episode. I gotta find a way to cry.
I can't get it out.
Is it like in your lungs? Can we talk about your yawn before?
Maybe I'll eat something.
Oh, that's good. Just put more food in there.
Force it down.
This man just put another chip in his mouth. You're gonna be the dumbest motherfucker alive.
I think this makes sense. Force it down.
Stop talking. You're gonna inhale again and fucking. You need like a smoothie, something that's a liquid but full more force. Bro, you are a wreck right now, dog. You
I
are
haven't been to bed in 3 days.
4 days. You haven't been to bed since before the fucking live shows.
Oh, God.
Dude, so next week we'll have Carly Aquilino on the show. She just finished up her interview here, and as she was walking out, John yawned. Yo,
Sometimes life's just kicking your ass.
I was gonna say, sometimes you know what? I'm so happy this happened. This is a super important episode of the podcast. To the youth out there, and to the people who are maybe going through it for the first time. There are times. There's a reason why the phrase "when it rains, it pours" exists, because sometimes life just fucks you in the ass. Just straight up, no Vaseline, fucks you in the ass. Down to I can't even eat my chips right. And you just have to realize that like you'll probably get hit by a car when you walk out of the building too. Like when it goes left, it goes fucking left. And you gotta ride it out. And you almost have to. I like when shit gets so bad. Because you almost throw your hands up and you're like, this is not even my fault anymore. This is black magic. The universe is just doing this to me, and I just have to get fucked until I stop getting fucked.
Yeah.
And then I can resume, I'll try to figure it out. But right now, John, you are going through it, dude. It is one of the worst I've ever seen. Have to watch someone endure. I wish I could take on some of it for you. I wish I could help you, but That's the other thing. Life is just like, no. It's just him. So, I mean, you yawned, and you went like this. You went like, and I've heard all of your screams before. I've heard all your noises before. I genuinely got scared. I clutched my pearls, and I was like, and Carly was like, "What the fuck is that?" And I genuinely was like, "Something? Are you? What do I do?" And you were like, "I just got a cramp or something."
I got cramp. My face cramped. Not my face, but like down here, whatever muscle.
That's how you
cramped
know.
up.
Again, that life's butt fucking you. You're
Dude,
getting cramps in your fucking neck. Like
that was a like a visceral yell.
Yeah.
And I think that was like.
It was like a cry for help.
It was something coming out. Like that was like from deep down.
If we had one of those like ghost cameras that see the paranormal, we would have saw something like come out of you, or maybe go in. I don't know. But that was holy Christ, that was really something. That was so anyway, the lesson here is that what we got him.
Yeah, I found it.
Oh my God!
She's gonna cry again. Yes.
Yeah, no, it's again, it's in the cloud. We have to just re-download them, which will take 3 days, but we have them.
You are so lucky that he's Nick and I'm me, because I would have for sure pavsed you.
Yeah.
No doubt. No doubt I would have said they're all gone and watch your reaction.
It's once tears. I fold at tears.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
even-
you're right. I really do feel bad the way you looked.
Yeah.
But also content, baby.
Even Pavs, like the day we were doing that to him, you wanted to go
I-
all day. And I was like,
You owe him.
that
I wanted
boy
to go
is about to
all
crack.
day. I was gonna go hard on you. Probably wouldn't. A crying girl, I would probably have some mercy. But I probably would have one more time been like, that's it. You deleted like all of our work. All of our life's work on ATI, and watch you cry a little bit, and then just fucking with you.
That's so fucked up.
So fucked up. Because
But that's fair.
sometimes
That's
when life
fair.
fucks you.
But yeah.
So yeah, I mean, whether you're deleting shit at work by accident or when you're just getting raped by life, just know, I really do find solace in when it rains it pours,
Yeah.
because it's just like, mom, you
You're
know,
wet.
or mama said there'd be days like this, or whatever fucking dumb phrase you want to use. When I was going through all my shit, I almost like took not pride in the fact, but I kind of did take pride in the fact that I was like, when I'm on my fucking deathbed, I'm going to be able to say that I went through it. Like, I went through some shit in life that very few people are going to have to deal with, or whatever. And I like went through the fire, over the edge, came back out the other side. Again, whatever euphemism you want to use. And it's, when you're getting fucked, you just got to grit your teeth and bear it sometimes. Just don't choke on a chip. So anyway, let's get to the podcast, I guess. We got Bert Kreischer on the show, like we said, of course, voicemails, and we'll do some How About the Assholes. If life is making it tough for you, especially if you're your own business owner, you need some help, and that's where Novo comes in, where it's a banking platform built for today's business owners, where it makes it's powerfully simple business checking for the average small business owner. And unlike the traditional banking model, it has no minimum balances, no transaction limits, no hidden fees. So if you are the small guy, if you are a mom and pop shop, if you are an individual trying to run your own business, this is for you. It's a one-size-fits-all approach that's customized to your business, so it saves you time, it frees up cash flow, makes you liquid, all with seamless integrations to Shopify and QuickBooks and Stripe, all the other online platforms that you use to run a business. Do invoices, track your invoices, get paid on your terms, deposit checks instantly, all of that stuff you need to run your small business. Over 150,000 small businesses have got involved with Novo. So you can sign up for free today, your free checking account now at novo.co/KFC. That's novo.co/KFC. And you'll get over $5,000 in perks and discounts. So I would say that's a good thing.
That's a
Access
lot.
to $5,000 worth of perks and discounts in your business is a good thing. So do it now. Novo.co/KFC. Novo Platform Inc. is a fintech, not a bank. Banking services provided by Middlesex Federal Savings, FA, member FDIC. Terms and conditions apply. I gotta just vent for a second because this is the shit kicking episode. And I have had my shit kicked in for many, many years on the internet, and I usually just kind of fucking sit there and deal with it. I got to draw the line somewhere. being compared to Tyreek Hill is my line.
Yeah.
That's where I'm going to draw the line. And it took me a long time to draw the line, but I'm fucking drawing it. Because when the Jets were rumored to get him, and Pabs can attest to this because a lot of people were saying, oh, if you got Tyreek Hill, what would you have been saying? And I was saying here, I was like, I don't want to have to fucking root for this guy. I really don't like Tyreek Hill. I don't want to have to root for him, but he's so fucking good. What if the Jets get him? So people were like, what would you say if he had gotten him? I would have said like, well, it's going to be awkward rooting for a fucking scumbag.
Yeah.
Not that I'm a hero who would like boycott the team, but I would openly say he's a fucking scumbag. But what I did say once he was traded, and you look at some of the analysts and reporters and talking heads who at times are certainly on their moral high horse, whether they should be or shouldn't be, who were just like, boy, Tyreek Hill's a once-in-a-lifetime player, and things that are physically true. But ordinarily, we just don't shower scumbags with praise. And I know that like some of it was when he was younger. His assault was when he was 18, and people like to write that off as if he was like a fucking third grader. I know some people say that the stuff with the kid with the broken arm isn't true. I don't know what.
Well, it was assault. It's just the assault of the guy.
No. I think the assault with the assault with his girlfriend was a girl, but it was when he was 18. So people are like, oh, he was young.
Oh yeah. Well, guess what? I've been 18 before.
Yeah, didn't beat up any girls.
I didn't fucking knock out any women.
Knew how to handle that. I knew I didn't beat up any 8-week pregnant women.
Yeah.
So
at some point, focus on her belly. Jesus. That's just what happened. Like, I didn't make that up.
No, yeah.
Right?
I don't know. Is that what I was like? Oh boy.
Didn't know.
No, you got it. Yep.
He was like focusing on punching her stomach.
Oh, yes. I see what you mean. Yes. Yeah, I mean,
what did you guys think I meant?
Yeah,
you guys all reacted like I said something awful.
Yeah. I mean, no, you did it. I thought you were like saying it like it wasn't. I'm seeing there that
it's just what he did.
Yeah, so he's just a real fucking bad dude. And then the story was that his 3-year-old son broke his arm, and then the quote was, she said he's afraid of you, and he said you should be too. And some people say that didn't happen or did happen. All I know is when this shit's circulating about you, bad guy. And I said
it's also like if I was him, like I would just sign an extension in Kansas City. To not have like
go through,
all right,
new
fine.
fan
Yeah,
base
you get
fines about it.
You get $20 million. You get me for $20 million cheaper because I don't want to have an awkward week.
Well, apparently he doesn't like Juju Schuster, so he doesn't want to do TikToks with him in Kansas City, so he had to leave apparently. But I said I can't believe the free pass that this guy gets because if you look at some of the other people who have been outcast from our society, when it's like far worse than that, and a lot of people were like, I said I can't believe the free pass Tyreek Hill gets for being a bad dude. Bad or genuinely bad person. And it was like pot, meat, kettle, and like, oh really, you? It was like fucking relax, dude. We're not gonna compare my situation to breaking children's arms and beating pregnant bellies and also it's not a free pass when you guys are comparing me to Tyreek Hill. When you are actively comparing me and every day talking shit about it, there's no free pass involved. Trust me, there has been no pass, and it certainly has not been free. It has come at a cost, a very great cost. So fuck you guys. Fuck you guys.
The thing is, with I understand this one was a bigger one than what you wanted to make public.
Yeah.
But like I thought, like I would think that you, not a free pass, but I would think that you don't deal with it anymore.
Bro, I just sit there and I just eat it all.
Really?
You're probably right. Like nobody's sitting around checking other people's mentions. I eat it all day. You know, right? Nick can attest. Nick looks at
I
mine
sit around tracking other people's mentions all day. Yeah.
all day. It's all I hear.
It gets just fucking crazy.
It's insane. Every joke I make, any topic I talk about it, just constantly flooded with bad jokes or ridiculous comparisons or reminders or whatever. It is, I will just never understand it. I'm like fascinated by it. I remove myself from the situation. And I know that the major difference is that in every other situation where you're like, I could rattle off Tom Hanks, Kevin Hart, some of the most beloved people in the world went through exactly what I went through, and nobody cares. Everybody loves them. And I know the difference is that in my situation, the wife involved was the one who spoke publicly, so there is a big difference.
I also think that like I don't do they not.
You're right.
I don't check their mentions.
Sure, you're right about that. But I would be willing to bet that, like, people talk about Tom Hanks like he's the most beloved person of all
I didn't
time. Realize
that Tom Hanks had anything like that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. He was, when he met his now wife, he was married, and he was just like, I'm in love with this other girl, and it's just like, oh, it's kind of okay, But anyway, it's just the obsession with me and mine it's something that, like, if you're a psychologist or somebody and you're looking to write a dissertation or write a book or something, come on down. Yeah. Come and figure out what the fuck happened with this situation, because it is stunning. So yeah, I'm not fucking Tyreek Hill. But
KFC Radio, we're not Tyreek Hill.
Great slogan. Put that on a fucking sweatshirt. We are not Tyreek Hill. How you doing, Jackie? Good?
Good.
You feeling better now?
Thank you. Yep.
Good.
Much better.
Just want to make sure. We'll do Am I the Asshole, and we'll get into voicemails, because I want to just get right to Bert, because an episode with Bert is, we know everybody wants to get to. So, Am I the Asshole today is brought to you by Betterhelp. Now, there's a lot of people out there who we've learned through doing this game that there's a lot of questionable behavior out there, a lot of people who don't know how to act right, a lot of people who struggle with dealing with their family and dealing with relationships and friends and all sorts of stuff that is difficult to navigate, with gray areas and right and wrong and all sorts of stuff. And so if you need help navigating it, getting through life, getting through the tough times like we're all going through now, got to go to BetterHelp. It's the internet's answer to mental health, where they have found a way to utilize technology to get you the mental health help that you need, whether it's texting your therapist, calling your therapist, or video chatting. So it's cheaper, it's easier logistically, it's faster when you then meeting in person, where you don't have to wait for weeks to get an appointment and travel somewhere and sit in the waiting room and worry about if you get along with them. This is a service that will link you with therapists in under 48 hours. You can have a session, determine whether you like them. If you don't, you keep it going. You look for more. If you do like them, you have made your connection, and you can start getting help right then and there. So whether you want to do text, call, or video chat, you can get going in just 48 hours when you go to betterhelp.com/KFC. That's BetterHelp.com/KFC, and you'll get 10% off your first month when you connect in under 48 hours. It's BetterHelp.com/KFC. Am I the asshole that I have a picture of actor Willem Dafoe on my phone's background? Husband, 44 male, is mad that I, 38-year-old female, have a picture of Willem Dafoe. Willem Dafoe is fully clothed. I chose the safe for work non-NSFW photo because I like his pose, crouching down and looking at the water, and his colorful outfit. It's a picture from the Life Aquatic movie. This is not the first time that the husband has made comments revealing jealousy or insecurity over recent years, but it has come to this, mad about a picture of a senior celebrity actor / fully clothed. He has brought it up 3 times. I feel like he's just picking anything to be mad about nowadays. Background info: I rotate pictures on my phone's screen, meaning I can change the photo to a different photo about once a month. So my phone backgrounds vary from pictures of my children to artistic backgrounds, landscapes, inspirational quotes, funny memes, and now Willem Dafoe. I told him that I have a picture of Dolly Parton on I told him that he could have a picture of Dolly Parton on his phone and I wouldn't be mad. He was disappointed that I wouldn't be mad. Input is appreciated. These fucking two. Imagine being like, you could have a picture of Dolly Parton and I wouldn't care. I don't know what's going on here. I don't know if they're rednecks, if they're hicks, if they're old, if they're foreign. I don't know what it is. But the fact that you've got Willem Dafoe and you think that he wants Dolly Parton on his phone, are you people from like the 50s? What's going on here?
I think that phone background people are the craziest people alive.
Dude,
people who really care what their phone background is.
To have a rotation.
I've had one phone background for 10 years.
The dead guy.
Yeah, but I'm saying it was. I've never changed it. I'm not.
Dude, one time I was looking.
And if I went to get my phone
for this picture once, I want to make this into a T-shirt, and I was on my phone. And it's my lock screen, but it's also just like the regular thing. Yeah. And I was like, I fucking can't find the picture of the Moon Man holding the thing. I'm looking at it. That's how little the background registers to me. That I was looking at the picture and I was like talking to Allison, like, I can't find that photo fucking anywhere. Do you have it? It's my back screen. That's how anything. When I get a new MacBook, it's got like a swirl on it or a mountain or a lion. Whatever the fuck it is,
if I went to get a new phone one day and like the cloud didn't upload to like my old phone, I'd be like, okay, that's
whatever it is.
Whatever when you hand it to me, that's my background. I don't fucking care. It's not.
It used to be a thing like desktop wallpapers. Remember that? And even ringtones. Remember like, I gotta download like a hot ringtone. Now,
if you're an adult and you care about your phone background. You're
not an adult.
Yeah.
You're not an adult. Like that is, and I
have
know
a rotating cast of my phone.
That's
background.
super weird.
Yeah.
I feel like most people, once you have kids, a lot of people put their kids there.
Yeah.
Fine. You do that once or twice. Maybe even update it as your kids are cuter or there's better pictures. But the general idea is just like, it's my kids. If you're like, sometimes it's my favorite actor. Other times it's my favorite meme. Other times it's like an inspirational quote, like a. I mean, if I find someone being like, if I was like, what are you doing on your phone? And you were like, oh, I'm changing my background. And I see that it's like, what's the thing about the inspirational quote for girls dancing on tables? You know that one?
No.
It's like, you know what I'm talking about? It's about best friends dancing on tables. It's something like, come on. I guess I should have picked a fucking reference that I know better. Dancing on tables. I mean, the fact that there's top 5 dancing on tables quotes is ridiculous. No, what is wrong with me? Why can't I? Friends dancing on. I'm going to have a meltdown if I can't find this.
You're only strong as the drinks.
Yes, that's the one.
The tables you dance on with the friends you party.
That's the one.
What is it?
You're only as strong as the tables you dance on.
Drinks you mix, tables you dance on, friends you party with.
If I ever caught someone being like, oh, I just got to like put that on my phone, and they're actively changing it from something else to that, I mean, absolutely just jump off a bridge and kill yourself.
Like, who has ever had their
Jackie,
mood?
what's on your background?
This is absurd. I don't know what it is. You never explained it to
I
me.
changed that.
Oh, really?
What was that?
Well, that was.
Oh, so we have a background changer over here.
That was. Well,
As I'm talking about people who change their phone
I
frequently.
never changed my background, and I just changed my background.
What was it first?
Before, it's not gonna make sense. It was an inside joke with my friends.
Okay.
And then this one, it's not gonna make sense.
Oh, hang on. Let's just fucking forget about all of this because who cares? Jackie was kidnapped when she was 15.
Oh, yeah.
Totally forgot about that. I even said, let's make a note. Let's lead off the episode on Thursday about it. Forget it. We forgot it. Like, we're moving on. Forget about Emma the asshole. We got a text when everyone was out in Boston. I think Nick sent it. And he was like, remember, we're going to do, Jackie got kidnapped when she was 15. So Jackie's sister was in Boston. Jackie's hot sister and her friends were in Boston. And so I guess it was probably story time, and maybe some people were talking about you growing up, and apparently you were kidnapped when you were 15.
No, okay.
Jackie disagrees that
she was
kidnapped.
kidnapped.
I was not
Her
A.
sister
I was not kidnapped.
thinks she was.
B. I'll cut this out. But he listens to this podcast, and he
The
was at
guy who
live show.
kidnapped you.
He wasn't. He didn't kidnap me, but he didn't kidnap me. Okay. I'll just go from whatever. So I want to change it up. Like, I feel so weird because he listens to this podcast.
Well, he kidnapped you.
Well, yeah.
But he didn't kidnap me is the thing.
Why? I'm very confused as to, like, how old is the person we're talking about?
26.
So how does someone who's like 3 years older than you kidnap you?
Because he didn't kidnap me.
It sounds
She's
like people
being
think he
so
kidnapped you.
dramatic.
What happened?
Okay. I went to go visit her, my sister, in college. Yeah, she was,
You
whatever.
went to go visit your sister in college when you were 15?
When I was, yes.
Like you spent the night kind of deal?
God damn.
Yeah, is that okay with you?
That's crazy. No,
Why is
that's
that
no.
crazy?
To be honest, that's not okay.
Well, I would not allow that.
You can't have,
I would say no to that.
you can't have 15-year-old girls hanging out in college dorms.
That is how you get
can't-
kidnapped.
You can't be talking to a girl at a party being like, I wonder if she's 15.
Yeah.
Did you go to a frat party? Were you
Well-
talking to boys?
Yeah, well, yes.
I'd be so mad. I'd be so mad because if you recall, at 15, Jackie did not look like a 15-year-old.
Yeah. Well, so it was a nightclub. And
Oh my
You were
God!
15 in a nightclub.
Yeah, but like
Bro, you got kidnapped bad.
I'm also now blaming the sister. What is she doing?
Well, so that's why she feels guilty.
Yeah, she should.
And so she's whatever, but she should not feel guilty because she was just being a good sister and she was bringing me along.
Letting you party.
And I mean, as we all know, I'm very mature for my age, and so it's one of those things where it's like it was fine to bring me along, and she knew that I could handle myself. Turns out I couldn't really handle myself. And I wasn't too drunk, but I just, I as a 15-year-old, I guess I was, somehow this group of men had like.
Men?
Well, there's just no way that this is just gonna sound like
you
all
got
weird.
kidnapped.
It's gonna sound like I got kidnapped. But like I
Yeah,
did
so
not. Nothing happened. Like I didn't get
Do you know why
kidnapped.
it's gonna sound like you got kidnapped? Because I'm gonna guess it sounds like you got kidnapped.
Because you got kidnapped.
No.
Like you're doing an awful lot of dancing around for someone who wasn't kidnapped.
Okay.
Like you want to hear the story about the time I wasn't kidnapped?
I wasn't kidnapped.
It's every second of my life.
Okay. So I'm starting.
I'm gonna tell you any story ever. It's never happened.
Okay. So then. So
you're at a club.
I'm at a club.
You're drunk.
I'm drunk. This group of men had invited me to their table, and then oh, sorry, I skipped steps. This is
wait. Okay, let's just pause.
I'm
Take
making
a
it
break.
boring.
You're going too fast.
Sorry.
So I usually feel like when I tell stories about my early days of drinking, people kind of get up in arms like I was drinking when I was too early. 15 shit-faced at a club is pretty hardcore.
Yeah.
That's some bad bitch
but
shit.
also, I was.
And your sister was what, like 18?
I was a sophomore. No, she would have been.
How old is
15. She would have been 19. We're 4
19.
years
So
apart.
she's like a sophomore, and you're like a sophomore in
I was
college.
a sophomore in high school.
And she was a sophomore in college.
And she was a sophomore in college.
And you guys are in the club drinking.
We were in the club.
That's some damn girl.
Maybe
Get
it was
it.
a junior. No, I was.
But
whatever.
either way, okay,
Whatever.
that's.
Okay, so.
What are you drinking at that point? Like you're in the club, 15-year-old Jackie. Is she like, can I get a gin and everything? Anything?
Okay.
I can see 15-year-old Jackie in the club. Am I famous?
Yeah.
Okay, so then I'll speed this up. I'll make it more. I'll be better. Okay, so then basically she had a boyfriend at the time. Okay, but her boyfriend at the time what was in a hissy, went home for some reason. So then she wanted to go home and comfort him, or I don't know.
Whatever. Yeah.
But
She had boyfriend drama.
She had boyfriend drama. So she obviously was gonna she wanted to go deal with that, but then I wanted to stay because I was having the time of my life.
Yeah.
So then I begged her to stay, and she was like, no. But then her friend stayed. So then she was finally fine. That's what she feels guilty about. But
Leaving your
should,
15-year-old sister in the club is wild.
That's not gonna
your
make her
parents. Did your parents know this?
No, they don't know this. They have never asked the question because we both were so weird about the whole thing after, and they were like, "What happened?" But it wasn't even bad. It was just she just felt so guilty about it. But anyways, this is the first time figuring it out.
She's she tells her friends make sure Jackie's okay.
Yeah.
And then the friends don't give a fuck because they're not your sister.
So then the friends which they were all at the show too. The friends something happened, I don't know, but then I ended up going. So then there was one of her guy friends was there, and her guy friend basically he saw me at the table with these other guys, and then he was saving me from them.
Got it.
So
those were the guys who were really gonna kidnap you.
Yeah, those were the guys who were really gonna kidnap me. So then he I don't know where her friends were, but then it was just time to go. So then he was just he didn't want to leave me, so he was just come with me. When I'm saying this, it sounds, but then it was fine. So then then I went then I was with the other
You know what this is? This is jacked up kidnapping edition.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm so bad at telling stories because I don't have a linear mind.
So she
Okay,
linear mind.
you know what I mean? Okay,
So he takes you back to his dorm.
to his frat house.
Frat house.
And there's other
Jesus Christ.
frat guys there. So, there's other people
I can't believe I have a
around.
daughter, bro.
But he never nothing. He never tried anything. He just
Where did you
he actually
sleep?
told me about KFC Radio. This is actually he actually said at this point. He actually said.
I forgot that I knew that detail.
That's fucking great.
Yeah, he actually said. You should,
Great. The guy taking home the 15-year-old from the clubs is our ambassador.
He was
That's
you
awesome.
should listen to this podcast, and then I eventually listened to it. So I guess you can thank him.
So he brings you home and he gives you somewhere to sleep?
We got chicken nuggets, and he just gave me chicken nuggets, and then
What a gentleman.
And then
That's what you give kids.
He got me a Happy Meal. and had a Toy Story toy.
I was a mature 15-year-old. I wasn't a kid. And then and that was it. But then I guess everybody was looking for me, and there was like a little search party, and he just didn't he didn't tell anybody that I was there.
Well, because he probably was like, guys, I have a fucking 15
No,
in my room. What do I do?
Fine. He didn't ever try anything. It was like fine. It was
That is
it was
hilarious.
safe. And then I ended up getting home safe. But Alice, my sister, felt really guilty for a long time, and she keeps saying he kidnapped her because they thought that he kidnapped what you get the point. I wasn't kidnapped. Anyways, that's a story.
I tend to agree. I don't think that was a kidnapping.
No,
I think
but
you're okay. You don't tell it very well.
I
You
know.
like
I'm
that,
sorry.
Not the story itself, but like I mean
The way you start to describe it sounds like kidnapping.
yeah, the way you start to describe it, it sounds like I'm about to tell you a story.
I mean,
about my getting
listen,
kidnapped.
nowadays, that's enough to like convict. That guy could go to jail.
That's why. That's why I'm like really hesitant to like say it because
fine.
but it was fine. Like it wasn't.
It's fine. Boy, 15 years, and he was 20. Like how old was he? 'Cause he's a couple years older than your sister.
20,
or he's the same
19.
age?
I think he's like a year older. He might be
Okay.
the same grade. He's 19,
mean,
20.
if I'm 20, like I would be genuinely nervous, even if like he was doing he was just like, I'm just trying to help this girl out. But like you're seen leaving the club with a 15-year-old girl, you're seen bringing a 15-year-old girl back to the frat house. Just that alone, I'd be walking around with her, being like, it's just to save her. It's just like I don't know what I would say. That is.
I'd make a T-shirt that says I'm not fucking this child. Don't worry, I'm not fucking this
So
kid.
just imagine too, 15-year-old Jackie, who is the belle of the ball, drunk off of like Sex on the Beach all night long, and this guy's like, I gotta take this bitch home. Jesus fucking Christ! Oh my God, your sister's crazy. Your parents don't know that. Your parents are gonna know now.
Now they do.
Parents are gonna know now.
Yeah.
That is, but that's part of the that's part of like the 5-year rule. Do you know the 5-year rule?
No.
Feidelberg's family invented the 5-year rule. Anything that
I don't know that
happened.
they invented it, but it's just.
Oh well, I give them credit.
It's maybe they did. I don't know.
I've never heard of it otherwise. I think it's a great rule. Anything that happened 5 years ago, you're like exempt from punishment. So like he told the story about when he was like high on mushrooms at his grandfather's funeral, and like mom and dad can't get mad about that because it was more than 5 years ago.
Accidentally high.
Accidentally
it was my brother, not me.
Yeah.
It was accidentally high, and it wasn't his funeral. It was his
deathbed.
His deathbed.
His saying goodbye.
So they were. It's
the best.
They were,
It's one of my favorite stories of all time.
They knew the family was gonna be at the hospital, so and my cousin were like, let's take mushrooms, and then
Wait,
he
so
took.
you knew the hospital. Okay, keep going.
And then Gramps took a turn, and my parents were like, "All right, you gotta come say goodbye," and they were like, "Oh fuck."
Saying goodbye to your almost dead grandfather high on mushrooms is a wild one, dude. A wild one. I remember when my buddy broke his neck, and we were at the Bordy Barn when it happened. So we left the Bordy Barn, and they all wanted to go to the hospital. I decided against that because I knew what kind of state I was in. I was like, I'm not going to help the situation if I'm in the... But they were closer with him, so they go to the hospital. And when you go to the Bordy Barn, not only do you get shit-faced, but you get, like, physically disgusting.
Yeah.
They pour beer on you. You sit on the floor. You get mud on you. You wear ridiculous clothes. So, like, my friends ran into an emergency room with, like, an Indian headdress on, wearing, like, the For Sure Not T-shirts, covered in mud and beer, being like... Where's room 219? I'm like, I don't think they want this, guys. I don't think the family or anybody wants this.
Wait, I never understand that. I know there's an episode of Seinfeld where like Elaine gets in trouble because she stopped to get jujubes, or she was already at the movie theater, and they're like, "Did you stop? And like, why did you come running here right away?" There's nothing I can do. What is it? What does it matter?
Right.
I can't
help you.
It doesn't matter.
I think you should do the rest of the episode with
I
your
was
eyes
just
closed.
gonna
I don't know if I have a choice. Really.
Let's do the rest of the episode with both of our eyes closed.
Okay.
You want to do that?
Sure.
Okay, I'm gonna see if I can do that. That's hard.
I might actually fall asleep though.
Okay, that would be even better. Let's do voicemails. We'll do voicemails. And, we'll keep our eyes closed and just listen to them. Okay.
I also sent another "Am I the Asshole?" if you want it.
Okay, let's do one more of those because we are cutting it short today. I have to obviously keep my eyes open for that one. Am I the asshole for yelling at my boyfriend for making me leave my best friend's wedding? That one?
I don't know if it's good.
No, that's fine. That's fine. My boyfriend, 27, and I, 26, have been together for 2 years. He's a good heart and normally rational, but this one issue, he expects me to accompany him in every occasion, no matter how big or small. He even went with me to my ex-boyfriend's funeral after days of begging. Now, my best friend got married a few days ago. It was very small, and only close family and friends were invited. My boyfriend couldn't come because of the +1 rule. He pitched a hissy fit, saying that my best friend has no respect for my relationship and was shocked when he learned that I was still going to attend. He told me that if he can't go, then I'm expected to not go as well, but that it's my best friend and I had to respect her rules. He gave me the ultimatum. Either we go together or I stay home with him. I ended up going because I respected my friend's rules. He was angry with me and kept calling me the entire 2-hour drive, then stopped. Later, I got a text from his friend telling me he, my boyfriend, got into an accident and was taken to the hospital. I freaked out. He gave me the address and I had to leave the wedding, and I told my friends why. I was crying the entire drive home and kept calling his friend but got no response. I arrived to the hospital and asked about my boyfriend, and they checked and told me he wasn't there. My anxiety reached 160% as I kept calling his friends one by one. I just went home, and there he was, along with his friends. With his one friend. He saw me, said that he was sorry, but this was the only way he can get me home after I left him alone. After the initial shock, I just blew up at him about lying and making me leave my friend's wedding and having me literally go to the hospital freaking out because of him. I kicked out the friend. We got into an argument. He kept talking about how much I love him. Thus, I left, which is my own doing, not his. He was just trying to see if I really chose my friend's wedding over him. He then argued that my friend caused this, and I shouldn't agree, blah, 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 blah. I said what he did to me was horrible, called him horrible, and then went into my room. It was awful because my friends kept calling to check in on him. He said I overreacted, and I yelled at the wrong person.
No.
Eyes closed.
that is
the most insecure thing I have ever heard in my life.
It's
and I'm not even exaggerating.
It's an insane thing to do. Pretend you potentially almost died. Pretend you're in the fucking hospital with a fake car accident. Like you're like honestly that you should be able to commit someone.
That you should be locked up for that.
Yeah.
If you get on the phone and you're fucking making up lies and pretending shit's happening and trying. I mean, and anytime people do this, when you're in a relationship, people threaten like I'm going to kill myself or I
recently had a therapist tell me that was I told him that I had an ex-girlfriend who threatened to kill herself, and the therapist reacted like with visible appall, which is like, she's like, that is not okay. And I was like, well, yeah, I fucking agree. Like, I honestly,
said that is not normal.
She said that's right. That's not normal. And I was like,
yes,
I don't think you date enough women. Like you don't have the sample size for this, because in my experience, I've broken up with girls who didn't threaten to kill themselves, and then I've also broken up with girls who it's
50-50, basically.
It's not one. I'll tell you that. It didn't happen one time.
Right. Honestly, it's if you threaten to kill yourself, if you pretend you were in a car accident, if you fake a pregnancy, if you do all those classic things, it's not normal. It's definitely abnormal behavior, but what it is, unfortunately, is common.
Yeah,
that is
it's
common
not out
behavior.
of the norm.
I dealt with it multiple times. You've dealt with it multiple times. I know I'm not going to name other names, but I know like plenty of guys in my life that have dealt with it. And I also know plenty of guys who have completely normal relationship stories, breakup stories, all that shit. And they're just like regular average dudes who I know. It's pretty funny because sometimes I think about them. And I think about if they went through the shit that I went through, they would be like, their heads would explode. But, it's probably a certain type of guy mixing with a certain type of girl and a certain type of relationship, and things blow up. But the fact that
clearly women deal with it too.
Sure.
I'll tell you what, this guy has
he's
the
king.
Kill himself before. Yeah. That's for goddamn sure.
If this guy could pretend to be pregnant, he would. This guy has done it all. If you're gonna if you're gonna pretend to be in an accident to lure someone away from a fucking wedding, or even just having to go everywhere they go, clearly means you don't trust them, and you think your girlfriend's always fucking
Bro,
somebody.
going to the ex-boyfriend's funeral. Like was it days after they met or something like that? Like,
She said he was begging for days to go.
Begging for days.
I mean, it's just fucking absolutely insane.
Imagine just begging to go to a funeral. Like that's
of an ex-lover.
I've never thought about that, but like if you request going to a funeral, you're insane.
Absolutely.
You're about as crazy as someone can be.
The one thing I want to skip is funerals, man.
Right.
You had a perfect out.
Like, can I come? Can you come to the room full of sad people
with
grieving
a dead
their,
body
their
in the corner?
friend death?
Yeah.
I guess you can come. Like, don't you want to just fucking stay home and watch Holocaust documentaries instead? Like,
you know what is weird though? If you go with your now girlfriend or boyfriend to their ex's funeral, that means at some point, and it might be a very fleeting moment, but at some point, you are in the room with a dead body, and your current girlfriend or boyfriend is having thoughts about having sex with that body, with the person that's dead. And that's a weird thing. That is a strange thing. At some point, you're going to be like, I remember that time that we fucked. And that's what she's thinking about, and that's what you're there hold her hand while you pray.
They are absolutely thinking about it, and I can tell from experience because at the aforementioned dead friend's funeral, he had a big piece on him, and one of his ex-girlfriends went, "It's just such a waste."
That's fucking hilarious. Like you're at the wake, and she's just thinking about like, man, he used to put it on. He used to break me off.
I think she said that she wants to sneak in before the funeral, make a mold.
Imagine that you're talking to like the mortician, like, so how can we get this thing up one more time?
Yeah.
How can we get some rigor mortis here so we can get that mold going? But whether it's guy or girl, the fact that I and you and a couple other people we work with and a couple friends of mine and I'm sure a couple friends of yours who are all from different places, different ages, different neighborhoods, different everything, and have all experienced this to some degree, it's why we're doing the B22 movement. It's why, and obviously that is a joke to some extent, but there is a very real part of me that thinks it's complete bullshit that people, and it is, I do think it skews more girls doing it to guys, but it can definitely go both ways. People use all of the phone, the internet, everything, everything to manipulate and fuck with you emotionally and mentally, and it's just as abusive as some other behavior, and it's fucking crazy that it just kind of is like, we laugh about it on the internet, or it's like, oh, LOL, crazy girls, or like, hey, am I the asshole because I made my girlfriend think I was dead in the hospital? I mean, it's fucking nuts, man. So, no, none of that shit is okay, and if you do that, you are the clear asshole. I thought, knowing that the end of that story was, did I take it too far? I thought she was going to be like, so I bashed his head in with an iron. And then I was still going to be like, maybe. You got mad at him and yelled at him? That's like, did I take it too far?
I yelled at him in front of his friends.
You should have fucking sent him to jail in front of his friends. You kidding me? Goodness gracious. Okay, let's get into voicemails now, and then we'll rock with Bert. I got to open my eyes again. Voicemails today.
Can I have a water, please?
You sons of... yeah, I'll get you water. Voicemails are brought to you by SiriusXM.
Listen to the SXM app at home or anywhere you are. No car required. Stream it all on your phone, online, or at home. 425 channels are waiting for you on the SXM app. Enjoy ad-free music channels for every genre, artist-dedicated channels, and more. Catch live play-by-play of games from every major sports league and 24/7 sports talk from the biggest names in the world. Stay informed with world-class news from every angle and hear the brightest stars in entertainment with original talk and exclusive comedy on the SXM app. SXM app exclusives include ad-free extra music channels, podcasts including SiriusXM originals, and on-demand video of in-studio performances and interviews. Subscribe now and get your first 3 months for free of the SXM app. Visit SiriusXM.com/KFC Radio offer to sign up. Offer details apply.
Hey, KFC Radio. If you had 24 hours to name 1,000 all-time professional athletes, could you do it?
Wow.
To put in perspective, you need to name an athlete every about a minute and a half. And if you got 8 players from each of the 124 major U.S. sports teams, you'd only need to get 8 additional to get to 1,000. Let me know if you could do it, and if it's too easy, what number do you think you could get to if given a week?
I love this question.
This is a really hard question.
This is a great question. And I'll tell you what, it's something that when he breaks it down like that, it feels like I could do it.
Yeah.
But
yeah, my initial reaction was absolutely not.
Right. But then you start to think of it, and then you start to think of that's just the current teams, and if you think about all the players you know from the past. But
I couldn't name 8 players from every team.
no shot. No shot. I mean, there are
like,
teams I know like no players of. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
And on the spot, like if you were to just be like name Sacramento Kings, I could be like De'Aaron Fox, and like that's fucking it. You know what I mean? So like, and maybe if I sat there and really thought hard, I could come up with like a couple more. But that's the point. You got to be able to keep it moving. So when he says 1 every minute and a half,
that's a daunting task.
that is because have you ever watched Billy on the Street?
Yeah.
When he puts people on the spot, people's brains freeze. He'll run up on people and be like, name a white woman.
Yeah,
and they're
yeah.
like, and he's like, literally just say the name of any woman who is white. And they're like, I can't do it. I don't know. When you are in competition mode, when we do the dozen.
Yeah, dozen brain.
When we do the dozen and it's the bonus round, we did the other day the top 25 brand logos in America. Okay? Go.
Top 25 brand logos?
Yeah.
McDonald's,
Yes.
Starbucks, Coca-Cola, CBS, NBC, ABC.
I don't know if those ones were on there.
Netflix?
Netflix was not on there, and that's what we won on. That was like the final. We got all 5. They had 4, and they said Netflix. That was actually pretty good. Because in the moment, like I started thinking about clothing brands. I was like Nike,
Levi's.
But then once your brain gets stuck on like one thing, like I didn't think at all about Amazon, like tech. You know what I mean?
No,
because my brain just went a different direction. So if I'm sitting here thinking about like baseball players, my brain is not thinking about football players at all. And when I've got to switch gears, I could see a scenario where I very quickly fall behind the minute and a half thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Not
yeah.
very quickly, but within a couple hours.
and
You know
then-
what I
and
mean?
then-
And then all of a sudden now you're scrambling, and
Now
now you
it's a
get
mountain.
freaking out. You know. Although I guess if you were to just start and be like go and you bank a ton of time, you know, you rattle off the first like 100 that you know really quickly, and now it's like all right, I'm 1/10 of the way there, and I still have, and I did that all in like just a couple minutes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think ultimately I would be able to do it, but I think it would probably be close.
I do not think I could get it done. I think it would be a pretty colossal failure. In fact, I think
1,000 actually.
I think I could probably do
There
that.
are guys that we work with that for sure could do this.
Yeah.
You know, like who could do this probably no problem. Who could probably rattle this off with plenty of time to spare.
I think I'd get about 300. And obviously I know more than 300 athletes, but or first, currently and in the past.
But think about like,
But I could just, like,
how
I
many
think that's all it
players
gets
are
it.
on like the Bruins roster?
Fucking NHL roster 22,
Actually, no,
I think.
this is not gonna help. Because I was gonna say to get to 1,000, you'd have to name like, what's that? 50 or 100 Bruins teams, and it's like you've only been around
Right.
for thinking about the team for like 25 of them. So that actually
And I
is
also
tough.
just forget.
Dude, when Jeff D'Lo, if I do a Mets question and I get it wrong, people are like, "How do you not know Carlos Beltran's number?" I was like, "I never knew his number."
Yeah.
There's a ton of shit. I watch the Mets day in and day out, but I don't commit my brain to like remembering everything or knowing every question or whatever. We should maybe test this though. Like, I don't want to sit around for 24 hours, but I want to try to list as many as I can, maybe in a shortened amount of time. Like, could you do 100 in whatever fraction of time that works? That would be a good challenge. But for everybody out there who is just like, this is a piece of cake, this is effectively the dozen bonus round, and that is way harder than you think. Granted, that's the time constraint is really the hard part of the dozen. It's way harder than you think to just rattle off seemingly obvious things, because I think there's something with the human brain that just like fucks you up when you try to do it. But we'll do a alternate little tweaked version of this challenge, and we'll figure it out. Next voicemail. I know this will stuff that can't even breathe. We are struggling, dude.
All right, boys, not the first time, but it's been a long time. If you could have the ability to fuck Margot Robbie, hear me out. She shits on your chest, but you don't have the sense of smell. So she shits on her chest, you don't smell, you wipe with a towel, and then you proceed to fuck Margot Robbie. Are you in? Are you out? Let me know, boys. Love you.
There's part of me that's absolutely in. There's part of me that's absolutely out.
Yep.
And
the part of me that's absolutely in is gonna win over.
Yeah,
he
ultimately,
always does.
It's a little bit devil on the shoulder, angel on the shoulder.
Right.
There's part of me that's like, I obviously want to really, really fuck Margot Robbie, but I don't really want to fuck anybody to the point that I want to be doing like, I don't know. It's just like, I don't need to fuck you that bad. I would be cool.
I don't even like picking up my dog shit.
Right.
I gotta fucking deal with
your
shit on my chest.
Shit off of me. Yeah. It's in my hair, and it's who knows what consistency she has. Also, once she does that,
shot, so
what?
She's never been shot, so there's a chance it's not diarrhea.
She's never been shot.
Yeah, so that's what happened with chaps. That's why I said diarrhea.
Oh, that's right. I mean, part of me thinks that once that happens, like, I don't even know if I'm turned on anymore.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
do you want to even think about? Okay, Margot Robbie's so hot. Now you've seen her like squat and poop. I don't think I'm into her anymore.
Bro, I've watched girls squat and poop out other things.
But it's other things.
Why at least like
it's like cum. It's cool when it's cum. It's not cool when it's poop. You know what I've learned about this? When I have my eyes closed, I think it might be Big Daddy. I'll say anything.
Yeah.
Like I said that, no hesitation. We're talking. I mean, Margot Robbie might see this clip for.
I wasn't even gonna say cum. I was referring to other things.
What? Bocce balls?
Oh. I mean, I wasn't even referring to anything specific. It's just like
other things.
I've got a long list of things I've watched come out of rectums.
It's pretty funny how we just want to see things go up butts. It's a bizarre thing that the human race developed.
Yeah,
because it's not really it's not really natural, right? We shouldn't. But maybe I think it is natural to just want to put things in holes. But this is clearly a hole for exit, and we just turned it into a very desirable hole for enter.
Well, this is so you can't tell anyone they can't do something.
That's true. It becomes taboo.
God was like, "Hey, don't fucking put your mouth on this."
You think if we just were like from birth, like you should put your dick inside people's butts, we just like wouldn't even want to do it?
Probably,
because you always want what you can't have.
Yeah,
but we can have that. Interesting.
Take it.
And then the other part of me is like, I'll do whatever. I don't give a fuck. The other part of me is like, if you ask me to do something while I'm in bed with you, I will say yes 100% of the time. 100%. At least once. Maybe the second time I'll be like, remember, it was gross. It ended up like in my armpits and on my chest and my neck. I'm not doing that again. But part of me is also like, whatever you want, Margot.
Yeah. I mean, like, it's quite cute and admirable that we pretended for even half a second
we wouldn't do it.
This is going to be anything other than, Margot Robbie can fucking dump all over me. Margot Robbie can empty that ass right on my chest. Fuck. God, it's gross. But the
way you said empty is... it just makes me feel like a trap door opens and it just falls out. Oh, God.
There is something to it when you're like he made it seem like it was nothing. Like he's like you just wipe it off. Like no man, I have to hold it in my hands. That's how I'm going to get it off. Like I have
you said you have a towel.
I have to pick it up off my chest.
But you could just like towel.
But like
it off.
It's even feeling the weight of it is.
But what if you found
I'm
out,
not technically touching dog shit, but like holding that weight, I'm like, this is fucking disgusting.
What if she just takes like little poops?
Oh, she definitely does. I mean, she's a little person. She's definitely got little rabbit shits. But
you never know though, man.
They come out in those little balls too.
Little shit balls.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Last voicemail.
KFC fights. Everybody else is living in Jackie's world. So I'm driving back to school after spring break, and I was thinking about this article that I had read not too long ago about doctors up until 1979 doing like big surgeries and operations on infants and newborns without any anesthetic or putting them to sleep or anything, because they didn't think that they could feel pain yet.
What?
And now we look back on that 43 years later and think, God, that was fucking stupid. Like, how stupid you got to be to think that the fucking baby can't feel pain. So my question is, what is something that we're doing today in the world that we might look back on in another 30 or 40 years and think, God, that was fucking stupid. Like, how did we think that made any sense at all for us to do?
This is the easy one.
Like, for example,
vaping.
Like, we're all getting the vaccine right now. I think it's a good idea. It's like preventing us from getting COVID, spreading COVID, that kind of thing. But what if we look back on it in 20, 30 years and people are walking around, they got a third leg or fucking everybody's heart's failing and stuff like that, and we think
all the other vaccines.
Maybe that wasn't a good idea for us.
You think vaping? People like who think it's, but like I don't think people are under any illusions right now. I think that people know vaping's bad for you.
Yeah, but when vaping first came on the scene,
it was like, this is better than smoking.
It was like, yeah, like this healthy alternative to smoking, or like quit smoking with this, and then like the goalpost started to get moved quite a bit. But I think like
pretty quickly,
like you were there was definitely a time where it was like people like using an electronic cigarette.
Yeah, that's not bad.
That's and like, but when you think about that logic, like. You think the electronic cigarette is the healthier one? What the fuck are you talking about?
The electronic like device that you're sucking on and inhaling. It's pretty much like if it makes you feel good, it's bad for you. Right? So like it's not like we figured out the key to it and you can get all your nicotine and get all your enjoyment and not get any of the bad. If it's giving you withdrawals and it's not enjoyable, ow! That hurt.
Oh, that got me open my eyes. You tricked me.
I banged the fucking.
What the hell? What the hell? What the hell?
What the hell? What the hell? What the hell?
Where did LKB come from?
Yeah, where was that? What were you gonna do with that mask?
Everybody was wearing one.
I was just
masks
behind
John going like
what?
This. Nick was naked in the corner. You guys,
Nick was naked in the corner.
What? I didn't sense that.
I didn't sense it at all.
I had no sense of it.
I had full trust that nothing was happening. I opened my eyes for a quick second and I saw them putting it together, but it didn't. Boy.
What was the question?
Oh, what's something 43 years from now that you think?
Oh, yeah. The vape thing. I mean, like, yes, there's also like
it's a good-looking kid.
I do acknowledge there's there's every chance that the vaccine is one. Not every chance, but there is the possibility that something goes wrong in the future.
I'm pretty positive, and I don't even think it's going to take 43 years. I think it's happening right now. That like plastic straws being paper and stuff like that, like. That's not saving shit. It's not doing a fucking thing. The thought that we have all these turtles dying because of plastic straws was never true. And paper straws are not saving the turtles. And even just like little things that are like your carbon footprint is lower. It's like none of this matters because one fucking volcano erupts and the planet's like into a nuclear winter. You know what I mean? It erases all of the environmental work we do when like one natural disaster happens. So
it's also the. I think we were talking about it with Coley, where it's like something like 9% of recycling gets recycled.
That's what I mean.
Like
all of recycling will be like, oh, that was a joke.
Yeah.
Have you seen? My favorite thing is there's a TikTok where, there's a garbage can and it says like there's a hole here that says paper. And then you just take the top off and it's just the same garbage can. We're not recycling, guys. It's not real.
It's
all a sham.
Yeah, it's nonsense. The what was the other one? I had another one too. I think again, this one isn't really a surprise, but I think in 50 years they will be very surprised at
the pills, like the medicine we took.
No, I was gonna say when we use our phones.
Oh yeah.
Like
holding it to our brains all the time.
What did you thought? Not even. I mean, like
physical or from like the mental. Yes,
mental stuff. I think like people like what did you thought being buried in your phone?
And
like we know it's not.
Yeah.
But I think we like
social media 24 hours a day.
Yeah. Like
no restrictions.
Like the government should turn it off.
Yes, I think they will eventually. I really do. We said before like. We are the generation of Accutane, birth control, all the shit, Viagra, all the things you're putting in your body that like right now is just like get your dick hard and make your brain normal, and then in 50 years from now we're gonna be like, so yeah, that's probably all gonna be bad. All right, Bert Kreischer time. Let's do it. Interview with the big boy, brought to you by Getupside. It's an incredible app. If you buy gas, you need to know about Getupside. And I mean, how many people buy gas? Like everybody outside of the listeners in this city is buying gas. We know how much a gallon of gas costs. We know how bad it is. So right now, we're gonna give you our listeners a way to earn cash for every gallon of gas that you buy. If you're looking for extra money, if you're looking to get a little relief on gas prices, you want some extra cash to go towards your bills, Getupside is the perfect app for you. And it's not just gas. They have all sorts of stuff. You can get 30% cash back at grocery stores, at restaurants, food delivery. I mean, that's everything. Everything I buy is gas, restaurants, food delivery, and grocery stores. That's all that I do.
Yeah.
So this is everything that I spend money on. I can get 3 times more cash back with Getupside, including loyalty programs, credit card rewards. All you got to do is use code KFC. Download the Getupside app today and use promo code KFC to get $5 per gallon or more of cash back on your first tank. Bro, that's a great deal.
What is it?
You download the Getupside app, use promo code KFC, and you get $5 per gallon when you fill up your first tank. I mean, I fill up like 14 gallons when I fill up a tank. That's just $60 right there.
Yeah.
That's and right now that's nice for me. If I was like a college kid and all of a sudden I could just get $60, your night of drinking is good to go or whatever. I mean, that's incredible. So again, if you buy gas, go to grocery stores, go to restaurants, or have food delivered, which is what all humans do, you could use Getupside to win loyalty points. Or no loyalty points and rewards. We're talking about just straight real cash that you can cash out at any time. Getupside also works with loyalty, cashback, and credit card debt programs. So that means you can double the points. So you can keep all your regular rewards going while also getting cash for doing all of the things that everybody spends money on. It's Getupside. Download the app and use promo code KFC.
Fucking idiots.
Swimming in Speedos is like fucking jacking off with too much lube. When you get on a Speedo, you're like a goddamn dolphin just in the water. You glide. It is. If you swim in a Speedo tomorrow, you will never wear a different bathing suit.
Really?
Never. You'll never wear a bathing suit to the beach.
It's that different?
It's that different.
Because you're like flopping around in a bathing suit,
Dude,
and this is like streamlined?
You slide through the water in a Speedo. You slide. I mean, it is. You are like. You ever seen an iguana swim where their feet and legs are back and they're just like this?
Yeah.
Dude, that is what you're like in a Speedo. You go so fast. And I'm telling you, if I go to the beach with my girls, I wear a Speedo because
I'm sure they love that.
You're in the ocean. You need to be. I need to be. And my wife's like, it's an aggressive look.
What are you doing in the ocean that you need to be like?
Big waves, big waves, big waves, big waves.
I gotta be nimble. I gotta be agile. I gotta be ready.
I walked down the Speedo one time. She goes, "You're not going out in that." And I was like, "Don't worry, I'll put on some goggles. It'll sport us up."
If you're watching on YouTube, click here to subscribe so that you get all the new episodes as they come out. And John, what should they click if they want notifications? Make sure you click thumbs up for the like. Hit that bell icon.